One of the top revision requests in the appraisal industry is a client coming back to an appraiser and asking for more clarification on why certain comps were included or excluded. And basically, the issue is the comp selection process, and the client really has no idea what went on in that research process because maybe there's just not enough write-up, there's not enough summary. First off, let's take a look at USPAP and the industry. So USPAP does expect us to summarize the information that we analyzed and the methods that we used to come to our conclusions. And it's important to recognize that comp selection is a conclusion within our appraisal process. When USPAP talks about conclusions, it doesn't just mean the value conclusion. It means all of those conclusions step by step through the appraisal process. So since we know USPAP and the general industry expect us to include a summary of our comp selection process, let's take a look at what we can do. Well, one of the primary pieces that we can include in our report is the search criteria. What searches did we conduct? For simple assignments, maybe we included just one search, performed that one search, and then found our comps from that pool of sales. Other times, we may perform additional searches because we are in a complex market area. So we know that USPAP and the industry are expecting some sort of summary in our report for what was our comp selection process. And one of the easiest first steps that we can introduce that into our report is to discuss the searches that we conducted. In an easy, simple, straightforward appraisal assignment, perhaps we're just describing that one initial search we conducted, and that's where we found our comps. We selected them from that initial pool of sales. Other times we may have to perform additional searches, and we might discuss the limited or just the specifics of those searches. Another step we want to take is describing in our report why we included the specific comps we did, and if there are any so-called logical or what we might think of as no-brainer sales that we didn't include, let's explain why those were excluded as well. When we take a look at USPAP, there is an expectation that we are writing a report that our client and our intended users will understand. So they need to be able to understand the steps we went through to come to those conclusions. One item we want to watch out for is including boilerplate language. There's really no purpose in telling the user of our report that we included the best comps possible. That is sort of an understood piece. It's sort of obvious. They know that you've selected the best comps. What they want to do is understand the process you went through. So be sure to mention specifics that are unique and specific to that assignment and to those specifics of the comps and the searches. Hopefully this helps you understand our obligations around summarizing our comp selection process. Now, to watch this video again or to take a look at other similar videos, go to appraiserelearning.com